It was late October, and the chill of approaching winter was palpable. Max, a young urban explorer with a thirst for adventure, had always been fascinated by forgotten places. That night, he set his sights on the old Brookridge Hospital, notorious in local legends as a haunted relic of the past. It was late October, and the chill of approaching winter was palpable. Max, a young urban explorer with a thirst for adventure, had always been fascinated by forgotten places. That night, he set his sights on the old Brookridge Hospital, notorious in local legends as a haunted relic of the past. Brookridge had been closed abruptly in the early 90s, following a mysterious fire that gutted the East Wing. The hospital was never rebuilt, and rumours swirled about ghostly apparitions and eerie noises that echoed through its abandoned halls at night. Max, camera in hand, arrived at the hospital just as dusk turned to darkness. The building loomed like a spectre, its broken windows gaping darkly, the entrance door hanging off its hinges. Max's heart raced with both excitement and a hint of fear as he stepped inside. The main hallway was shrouded in darkness, the only light coming from his flashlight. The walls, once pristine white, were now peeling, revealing the grimy undercoat. As Max walked, his footsteps echoed, making him feel as if he were not alone. He reached the patient wards, where the musty air grew colder. As he passed each room, he thought he saw shadows flicker in the periphery of his vision. But when he turned, nothing was there. Unnerved but determined, Max pressed on until he reached the end of the hall, where a solitary door stood slightly ajar. As he pushed it open, a sudden drop in temperature made his breath visible. Inside, the room was arranged as if still in use. An unmade bed, a rusted IV stand, and a wheelchair positioned squarely facing the doorway, as though waiting for a patient to sit down. It was eerily preserved, a capsule of time that sent shivers down Max's spine. Suddenly, a soft sound, like a whimper, floated through the air. Max swung his camera towards the source, his hands trembling. The room was empty, yet the sound grew louder, now a mix of whispers and a faint cry. The atmosphere was heavy, pressing against him with the weight of unseen eyes. As he turned to leave, the door slammed shut with a thunderous bang. Max jumped, heart pounding in his chest. He tried the handle. It wouldn't budge. The whispers grew into murmurs, and then into a cacophony of voices, all pleading, all suffering. Max felt a chill run up his spine as he realized the voices were coming from the empty bed. Frantic, he backed away from the door, his back pressing against the cold wall. Just as he thought the voices couldn't get any louder, they stopped abruptly, replaced by a single clear voice that whispered, "Help us!" In a panic, Max threw himself against the door, pushing with all his might. It flew open, and he stumbled out into the hallway, not stopping to look back as he ran all the way to the exit. Once outside, he gasped for air. The night suddenly silent except for his own heavy breathing. When Max reviewed his camera footage, there was nothing but static during the time he was in that room. No whispers, no cries for help. Nothing that would prove what he had experienced. But Max knew what he had heard, and he knew he would never set foot in Brookridge Hospital again.